Hey guys, welcome. My name is Alex and I'm a lead of a crypto and forex trading in trading analysis. We're going to talk about a Bitcoin tonight, and this is a kind of a small wrap up of what we see on cryptos from the fundamental and technical perspective. So let's dive into it. I made some notes. We can scroll through them. What has happened in the last couple of, let's say, even months in crypto space? Just kind of a summary. So we had Turkey banned crypto flows in the payment system. That was after India also flagged about officially banning any crypto activity. We also had some news of large funds starting to invest more and more, and we actually witnessed from around 20k or 15k market cap started to rise pretty much fast, and we went from 200 billion to 1.2 trillion in less than a year, almost, and we dropped in a current move lower. I think the low was 650 billion. We are trading now around 700, I think. We also heard from Yellen and Powell of vocal opinions regarding a Bitcoin store of value feature, and we also heard opinions regarding Bitcoin as a digital gold. Which is all of that is, I think, debatable. Depends on where we are in this cycle, either a larger cycle, business cycle, inflation cycle, and all of that stuff, which deals with the macro environment. But in general, we can talk about the Bitcoin or a blockchain as a network, a new network, Bitcoin network effect, and that things. Which I think adds value to all of the blockchain growing space. But I think the other features we ascribe are simply possibly just momentarily one, and I think this will change probably through time. Depends how this cycle will last. For the last sell-off, it began with Elon Musk tweet about the Bitcoin environment footprint. And of course, after we had China, which repeated its stance regarding cryptocurrencies, they also warned miners, and what we see in the last news, miners are getting out of China, starting to dislocate. We also see some of the large companies and funds which are involved in cryptos are kind of connecting miners with possible new greener mining policies, and that I think it's also very good for cryptos. We also had the margin unwinding sell-off. We all know that some portion of the cryptos are trading on margin with the leveraged positions, and we clearly seen how fast, even a few times in the past, how fast that can unwind. And there is also some of the correlation between the stocks in Nasdaq, which are in technology sectors, which are indirectly correlated with either miners or some connection with potential projects in a crypto space. And definitely we see an inflation scare, a possible small Fed taper, interest rate rise. That is going to be temporary. I think it will, but I mean, investors might be afraid for some time. We might see some pullback, some corrections, which definitely is not going towards, I think, a fast recovery of this 1 trillion lost in the last 2 weeks in crypto space. We also had in the last few weeks very nice news from July 1st. 4,000 funds from Germany will be allowed to invest up to 20% of their net worth in cryptos. We also see that majority of a large fund, or let's say hedge funds or these large investors are still are accumulating. I need to add here a few letters, sorry. are still accumulating Bitcoin. They're not selling. We also have seen a very nice move up in Ether, which are still called as an altcoin, but I don't really like these expressions. I mean, Ether is a project by itself. It is not at all designed to be a currency, so it's something completely different in a crypto space than a Bitcoin. So we can discuss all of that stuff another time. So let's go and see a little bit of a technical picture and try to see where we are on these charts to have kind of an orientation what is going on there. I have posted, I think it was 28th of April, you can see my Twitter feed, this chart warning about potential this monthly RSI. Although it's a large time frame, you have seen in past we have been going through several periods where you see some kind of a move from these 91 levels on the RSI down, and then another kind of a confirmation of this top before of a big sell-off, and also it happened here in a lesser degree. This one is starting to roll over, and potentially we might see there is some 200 moving averages and 100 here on a month. This is a monthly chart, sorry, it's not a weekly. So we might see a kind of a small or even a little bit more bigger move to the downside, and then again back to kind of a kiss this higher line again, which will maybe put us into this area of the correction potentially. So if I go on a smaller time frame, I mean, if we look the higher trend, and this is the log scale, we are still in the uptrend, and the uptrend is still intact from the perspective of the Elliott wave analysis that we use as our primary tool, but we are looking at least in our best case scenario for a smaller correction and then a continuation on the upside. These corrections can go either in a triangle or in some other potential WXY, more complex correction. So as long as we trade below 13,701, this kind of a wave 5 projection for this orange wave 3 will be still valid. We also have some of the scenarios, let me just find it, which are a little bit more bearish, which actually sees this as a potential triangle. I don't like this E wave to be short, but from Elliott wave perspective, this is completely valid. And with the subsequent post-triangle thrust in 5 waves, if we trace out a 5-wave move, we still have a 3-wave move from this top, then I'm afraid we will have to start to look a little bit more lower levels, down to 16,000, 18,000. And also I would like this base channel to hold. Here I have it from a little bit more isolated, just this sequence from January or December 2019. So this base channel also can provide a nice support. This is a 38% retracement. Usually when you have a triangle, we will stick to this 30K support. If we have something more on a WXY basis, we can potentially go even a little bit lower. But I think we are going to be in a small crypto winter for some time until this correction unfolds, and I have several key levels that I'm going to look. My last resort resistance will be around 64, where was a previous stop, and if we start moving sideways in the next couple of weeks, that will be a kind of a partial confirmation that we might fall here in a potential triangle or a WXY corrective pullback. So triangles usually have 5 legs, and they will look something like this. I'm sorry. So they will look something like the Motivwave, which is phenomenal software that we use. So I think from 2011, Todd was communicated with the developers of this beautiful software. So triangle will be look something a little bit more of a sideways move, keeping this support around 30K, and then if we stay in this range, technically we are going to look for a further continuation of this trend for one last sequence on the upside in this Bitcoin cycle. Some of the indicators or the metrics that we use also is suggesting that a stock to flow, of course, if you look, also suggests a further move on the upside. So potentially after this small crypto winter, we might continue further on the upside. So that will be it from my side for tonight. We are going to continue to update you on the Bitcoin chart and other cryptos. We track a lot of them for our members. If you want to see our work, either join us at Trending Analysis. You have a trial version of membership for 14 days, or you can look also Crypto Lab with Alex every Thursday, or a Trading Analysis Wednesday live YouTube stream, where we also usually mention particularly Bitcoin. I will also do in next couple of weeks the same video and same analysis on Ether, so you can expect that. And we will do a Bitcoin Fall thorough analysis webinar, which will be a public one on possible outcomes in a little bit more details next Thursday. So also look for that notification, and it's free. It's going to be a public one, a live one. So join us if you like our way how we look the crypto markets. Until then, have a nice rest of the week, and see you soon. Bye bye.